And so look here, we is back with another juicy reaction on the table. For today, we have an Art of Dialogue video titled Mr. Marcus admits he caught feelings for adult film stars Monet Divine, Heather Hunter, and Obsession. Now listen, we ain't finna do no more talking. We just finna go ahead and dig in here and dissect everything that's being said and what's going on.
You know one chick that you did a scene with that was hella bad, yo? Michelle Tucker.
Mm-hmm. Gangster. Every time I think of Michelle, I think gangster. She was gangster. She was gangster. She had a gun or something on her hip or stomach. I don't know what it was, but every time they mentioned her, they mentioned that tattoo. She was gangster.
Yeah, she was hella bad, man. If I'm not mistaken, I think that tattoo that you're referring to was a tattoo of Africa.
That's what it was. Yep, yep. Looked like a gun to me. Looked like a gun to me. Yeah, Michelle's dope. I mean, listen, man. Michelle's one of those cats that came into business and, you know, like some girls want to be known, some girls want to be well known. And Michelle's one of those. I don't think she wanted to be well known. I don't think she had no idea she would be well known. But she definitely wanted to be known and recognized. And she is. If I remember, she was messing with a dude that had her in the valley, and there was a company that was always they had a studio in the valley, and I was always in the valley, and so I guess they would always hit me up and say, "Yo, we got a scene Friday," uh, and just be here Friday such time. All right, cool. Get there, and I got to the location, and Michelle was already there, and we clicked like immediately. Loves Michelle. I think she's dope. I think she's gangster. Like she's still a gangster. She probably is. She's gangster. She wasn't even around that long. But she made a mark. Uh, but yeah, she was. I'm trying to think of who she was with. How familiar are you with with Suave and cats like that?
Yeah, I know who you talking about. I heard of him before.
Right. He don't do it no more, but Suave brought a bunch of females around me. But some guys do. Some guys just have females that gravitate towards them, and maybe they don't know what else to do with them, but they kind of bring them into the porn circles, and one or two might actually end up.
I ain't gonna lie. One thing I've never understood is how some dudes can date like strippers, porn stars and stuff like that. Because think about it, bro. You dealing with somebody that has to work in a setting where everybody knows what they look like with no clothes on. Or another dude is, you know, fumbling with her body or they doing the do or whatever the case may be. Like, I've never understood how some dudes are okay with that. And I'm not saying anything bad about the female because if that's your line of work, that's your line of work. You know what I'm saying? But just for a dude to sit up there and like find peace with that, like where do you find peace at? Like where do you even start with finding that type of peace? Like what type of love do you have for a woman being a dude? You know what I'm saying? And hold on, let me reword that because that sounded so off. If you a dude, where do you find that type of love for a woman who does that type of work? You know what I'm saying? Knowing that she finna go do a scene and the scene can be her and like five dudes and everybody just taking turns. Like, how? Like, where do you find the dedication as a man to deal with a female who's in that particular line of work? And just knowing that everybody knows what her body looks like, everybody's attracted to her, in a sexual way and things of that nature. Like, I've never understood how a man can find that type of peace, that type of love, that type of dedication to be like, okay, know what? I'm okay with her doing that. She go to work, gang bang or whatever they call it, and then come back home and all that stuff like that and operate like ain't nothing happened. Like, and listen, look, nothing to the ladies that sell it now. You sell it like that's how you make your money. That's how you make your money. You know what I'm saying? Nothing against y'all. I just don't understand how some dudes out here find that type of peace. Like, I don't even think prayer can give you that type of peace and that type of, what I'm saying, love and dedication and all that. I don't even think prayer can give you that. I'ma just keep it a buck. Like, I've never understood how some dudes find that type of peace.
Making movies because of that. Yep.
You and Monet Divine, how was it like working with her? How was she like? And she's still bad too, by the way. I don't know if you've seen her lately, but you can arguably say she looked better now than she did back then.
She's always been dope to me. But you are right. She is still going. I've known her at least solidly at 30 years. Me and Money, we met in San Francisco. Had to be like 98, maybe. Yeah. We met in San Francisco. We met in a strip club. We did a scene together in a car, in my car. We did a scene where we were supposed to just kind of do the tease in the car, like maybe a little bit of head, a little bit of talk, some foreplay, but then we were going to go to a house and actually film the scene. But it was like we started fucking around, and the camera guy he stayed out of the way, and me and her just started like kind of just taking it there. Legs up on the dash of the car, one foot's on the back seat. You know what I mean? Ass is hanging over the gear shift. I don't know how we did it, but we did it. We never left. We never left the car. We shot a whole scene.
Bro, sound like he took a trip down memory lane when he did that. Like, that was a good memory. He over there breathing hard, legs here, ass there. Like, he was just, boy, you sound like you excited to tell that memory. Bruh sound like, he describing that like it's a good memory, like it's a great memory.
We shot a whole scene in it. That was me and Money. That was that moment too. That was an epic moment. That was like, it's one of those things where we both were like, afterwards we were both we had these big Kool-Aid smiles on our faces. Because we just did what we wanted to do and did it well. Did it well.
Have you ever did a scene in Caught Feelings?
Yeah, a few times. Can't help it. Can't help it. Yeah. Heather Hunter, Sylvia Saint, Obsession, Genevieve Jolie. Yeah. I mean, Midori. I mean, those girls. Yasmin Pendavis. Yeah. Money. Me and Money. I love Money. Money Divine. Yeah. There's a few.
When you say you caught feelings, what made you catch feelings? Was it the sex or it was something else?
Shit. It usually checked a few boxes in order for that to happen. Because you show up trying to be professional and you're just going to perform.
I was just finna say, bro, it couldn't have been no sex because I mean that's your job at that point. That's your job. Like, that's what you there to do. So if he caught feelings for, like, not just that one Mo, in which I don't even know her for real, Monet or Money, however you pronounce her name. It ain't just, you know what I'm saying? If you in that line of work and you catch feelings for somebody, it's gotta be that you done hung out with that person outside of filming or like you see they vibe or something, you just like them as a person. It can't be no sex, man, because shoot, that's your job. Like, it's your job to go in there and put on for the camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's the case, then that means every adult star will be catching feelings with everybody who they work with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see if they got certain favorites that they like to, record with, but like having somebody that you have a crush on, it's got to be more than just the sex, bro. It's got to. Because, like I said, it's your job to get on camera and put on. He must have hung out with her or all of them outside of like filming off the camera. He must have got a little feel of what it's like off the camera.
Form, but you like her. She likes you. You know what I mean? You're not even having sex yet, and you guys are like, aroused, interested, curious. You know what I mean? And then once you start to have sex, everything feels like it's been happening already. You know what I mean? You feel like you guys move with, there's no awkwardness. She follows, you lead. And when it's over with, you're still kind of basking in the feelings and the emotions to the point where you're like, let's do this again sometime. And then that's what builds. You build on that. And so that's happened a few times. Definitely it's happened. It's happened.
So the sex, that's the icing on the cake. You was already catching feelings before that.
Yeah, it's kind of confirmation.
But I can see that being a thing, though. I can see that being a thing. If he did, I mean, how can you blame him? How can you blame him? You already having sex with her. I mean, she a dope person on top of dope sex. Then, hey, doing 80 and 60 F a ticket, cause I ain't had that in a minute.
Oh.
Yeah. Never
But
sue
nah,
the other
I can see
driver
that.
after a
Oh my
car accident.
goodness, man. Come
There's
on, get out of here with the ads, man. I need to put an ad block on this computer. I gotta find a good ad block. But man, listen though, I don't think that's a bad thing that he did. I can actually see that being a thing though. I can see that being a thing, a often reoccurring thing. Because like I said, you are already doing it. You know what I'm saying? You find out they're a dope person on top of that, then you might gotta take it a little further than just a filmy film. Like but man, look, listen, we ain't finna dig too much into all that right there. We gonna keep it PG-13 as much as possible. But listen, y'all get as opinionated as you can in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all think. The comments is open. Get as opinionated as you want to. I want to hear what y'all gotta say.